What I am can't be undone.
Hugh Jackman's back in superhero guise this week
Don't be so sure.
as the Wolverine opens around the world.
Wolverine has always been one of the more interesting, more layered, developed characters from comic book history. I mean, when he came about, if you think about the early 60s when he was first invented, he was the first anti-hero. There was not comic book characters like him.
The action's largely set in Japan, and the cast includes a number of famous faces from the Japanese film and fashion worlds.
He hold the famous 3 claws, and I holding 2 swords. Not CGI. So if I hit him, getting injured. Now I thought, if I get him injured, a lot of Hugh's fans will kill me. So a lot of pressure there. But I'm so happy, totally no injured.
As a skilled martial artist himself, Sanada was able to encourage model-turned-actress Lila Fukushima during her fight scenes.
We have 3 weeks training before we start filming, so it was really hard. But hero is like sword master.
This sword is hundreds of years old. It was named Danzan by the first samurai who used it. Danzan means separator in Japanese. The ideal weapon for separating head and limb from body.
So I got a lot of advice and how I use like Japanese sword, and it was challenging, but it was a great experience.
And the film also gave a first acting opportunity to another top model, Tao Okamoto.
Cool. I even said when I got a phone call from my agent, she said like, we've got this audition. I said like, I'm not interested in acting. I really didn't plan to act before, but she said like, are you crazy? You're gonna be a girlfriend of Hugh Jackman. So I said like, okay.
And a warning for those of you who like to rush out of the cinema before the end credits, you'll miss a teaser to the next X-Men film, Days of Future Past.
What kind of monster are you? The Wolverine.
Crew's back in the game with cool cars.
There's plenty of choice for those of you who prefer your movies animated. Despicable Me 2 provides another outing for Universal's oddball crime-fighting characters. Then there's the Smurfs. It's going to be difficult to ignore the blue creatures and their human fans in the weeks ahead, with Sony following up its recent global Smurfs Day mayhem with the release of the Smurfs 2.
We've got to find Smurfette. You coming with us?
Is a Smurf's butt blue?
You tell me.
Oh!
And if you really can't get your fill of the Smurfs, you'll be delighted to know the final part of the trilogy is just a couple of years away.
Holy snap!
Meanwhile, DreamWorks have recruited rapper-turned-reggae star Snoop Dogg to make both acting and musical contributions to Turbo, the story of a garden snail with a dream to race in the Indianapolis 500.
Those guys are crazy. Those guys are awesome.
I'm moving so fast, the whole world's going in slow motion, baby. Whoa. The attraction was that they had wrote this for me and that it was a DreamWorks project. And I've always wanted to be connected with something as big as a DreamWorks project, and to know that they had wrote something for me specifically, it was an opportunity that I couldn't pass on. It was something that I had to do, and then I felt like this was a great movie. It was a feel-good story. I seen the script. I seen what it was all about. It wasn't just a kid movie that was about mumbo-jumbo, but it had a real substance value to it, and it was like, you know what, I want to be a part of this because I feel like this could really tell a story and inspire some kids to do something with themselves.
For the first time, we have a crop duster in the race.
And finally, Disney gets into the act with the release of Planes.
I'm afraid of heights.
That airplane needs some help. Y'all know that, right?
And if you get a feeling of deja vu, that's because it's a spin-off from Pixar's popular Cars films, launching another franchise, which, if it takes off, will run to 3 films. So there's a surplus of CGI in cinemas in the weeks ahead. Until next time, I'm Becky Anderson with CNN Preview.